Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a beginner split video. I got a lot of comments that in my last split video a lot of the stretches were very hard, so I'm making some more simple ones that will get you ready for the splits. So make sure you're warmed up and we'll get onto the mat. So once you're all warmed up, let's just come to a nice seated position in an easy pose, and we're going to reach our hands in front and we're going to come down. And then we're slowly going to come back up. So you can have your hands in spider fingers as you do this. And we're inhaling as we come up and exhaling as we come down. And let's do one more. And now we're just gonna hold down, bringing our body weight, letting it take us down. No forceful pushing here. And just concentrating on our breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales, breathing where we might feel some restriction, so whether it be your lower back or your hip here, just breathe into that spot. You can rock side to side if you like. You don't have to stay still like I am. Whatever feels good for you. And now last breath, and we're gonna slowly come up again, nice and slow. And we're gonna extend our left leg out to the side, making sure the foot is flexing up. And we're gonna reach to the side with our right arm, holding for a moment. And then we're gonna come up slightly and then coming back. Just nice little pulses here, really stretching out the side body. And reach and hold here. You can look up if that feels right for you. Hold. And now inhale, come up. And we're going to exhale, come down. Once again, bringing our hands, our fingers into spider fingers and just slowly coming down and then rolling our body back up. Really warming up the hip here, moving with our breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. And now let's just hold here. Feel that hip stretching. Making sure the foot is flexed up and not turning too much in. And now let's just concentrate on breathing deeply in and out. Breathing into your hip, allowing it to release, allowing your body to fully relax in this position. I know it's hard, but just keep trying. Alright, now let's slowly come up and we're just gonna turn around facing our leg, and we're also going to just reach up to the sky. Inhale as you do so, and as you exhale, come down. And we're gonna do the same thing, holding for a moment. And now we're gonna bring our hands into spider fingers and coming up and down. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Really trying to increase the stretch each time as we come down. Good. And now let's just hold here, breathing through it, breathing into that hamstring. Very nice. Just keep holding. We're holding about 10 breaths in each position, sometimes 5. Just follow along. And you can also flex your foot here to increase the stretch in your hamstring, but don't worry, you can have it relaxed. That's totally fine. Whatever fits you the most in this moment. This is your practice. Good. And let's slowly make our way up. And we're going to switch everything to the other side. So bring that leg in front and we'll come into our easy pose once more. So just get ready. Inhale and we'll slowly walk forward, spider fingers. Inhale and exhale as we come down, really curving in the back here and then arching a bit as we come down and up and down. Good. Now let's just hold it here. Feeling the stretch in the other hip now. Just evening out things. And just keeping those nice deep breaths going. Deep inhales and exhales. Breathing into that hip and the lower back. And just enjoying this stretch, feeling the benefits from it. All right, let's just take our last breath here, and then we'll slowly make our way up, coming bit by bit, and now stretching the other leg, the right leg, flexing the foot, tucking the other foot nice and close to your body, and we're just gonna reach to the side. And because I have the memory of a fish, I forgot to do the pulses, so if you'd like to do that, please do. We did about 3 of them on the other side. Otherwise, you can just hold here and making sure that we're not letting the head sink down to the shoulders, but keeping it lifted. All right, let's take a nice inhale and just come up. And we're just gonna walk forward nice and slow and exhaling down. And now let's just inhale, exhale, doing these nice wave-like motions, really curling into the back and then arching it. And one more time, deep inhale and exhale, coming down, either stretching the arms forward or bending them, resting your forehead on the ground. Good. Once again, just trying to relax in this position, trying to release the tension, and making sure we're breathing nice and deeply here, not holding our breath, and just trying to enjoy this stretch. I know it might be hard if it's painful, but just try your best. All right, let's bring our hands back to center, and just coming up, we're gonna turn facing forward to our leg, reaching for the sky with our hands, inhaling, lengthening in the spine, and coming down. And now let's just come for those pulses, nice spider fingers. And now inhale and exhale, coming down. Inhale up and exhale, coming down. And last one. And now we're making sure that we are bending from our hips here and not our lower back. So if you need to bend your leg to make that back nice and straight, please do so. You're still getting the benefits from the stretch. And then as you keep doing this more and more, you can stretch the leg more and more. Good. Just keep holding nice deep breaths here. Deep inhales and exhaling into that hamstring or wherever you're feeling a little restriction. And just try to relax here. Alright, let's bring our hands back to the mat and we're just going to lift our upper body up, bringing both legs now to the front of the mat, stretching them, and we're going to come for a nice forward stretch. You can shake them out before we go there. Good, just relax those hamstrings. Let's reach up to the sky, inhale, and as we exhale, we're gonna come down. And once again, coming for those wave-like motions just to warm up the hamstrings. And now inhale up, exhale down. Really being fluid with this movement, just feeling each part of your body moving here. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Let's do one last one. And now let's just come down into this forward fold now that we're nice and warmed up for it. Once again, bending from the hips and not your lower back. If you need to bend your knees here to keep that nice straight back, then please do so. You're still stretching your hamstrings. And when you're ready, you can slowly extend them more and more to increase that stretch. And if you feel this is too easy, you can flex your feet to increase the stretch even more. Just make sure to do nice deep breaths here, really breathing into this position, and each time you exhale, try to increase it just a little bit more. Good. Keep holding. And now let's slowly come up. Good job, guys. And now we're just going to make our way to a nice downward facing dog. So just bringing our feet hip width apart, and let's just walk out our feet first. Walk out our legs, just nice and slow, taking it at our own pace. And just stretching the calves nice and slowly, warming them up. And you can even walk it out with your breath, so inhaling one side and then exhaling the other side. Perfect, guys. Let's bring both heels down now and just trying to push that head between your shoulders, pushing more and more down, spreading the fingers wide. You can rock side to side as well here. Good. Let's hold here just for a little bit longer. And now inhale, let's lift the left leg up into our one-legged dog, keeping the leg nice and bent, holding here. Feeling that stretch, that nice stretch in the hamstring. And of course, if you don't feel ready for the one-legged dog, you can stay in a downward facing dog. That's no problem. But if you're ready, we're gonna do some nice hip circles. So inhaling as we come up, and then exhaling as we come down and around, just warming up that hip. Good. Now let's just bring it forward to our chest, and we're just going to come into a nice low lunge, flexing the foot behind. Hips are square, and we're just going to sway back and forth, allowing our hips to warm up here. Try not to bend the front knee past your toes. Good. Back and forth. Perfect. Now let's just bring one hand and then the other hand onto the knee. If you'd like to keep the hands on the floor, please do so. But if you feel up for the challenge, just bring them both to your knee. And we're just gonna hold this low lunge up, just pressing down that hip flexor, which is super important for splits. Perfect, guys. Let's just keep holding here, making sure that knee isn't bending past your toes, hips are square. This and the next stretch are the perfect stretches for splits. These are going to really help you get there, so make sure that you do these frequently. Good. Let's just keep holding just for a little bit more. And now let's just get ready to release back onto the mat, and we're going to stretch our leg and then bending it forward again, just warming up that hamstring even more. So once again, just swaying back and forth, but adding a leg extension. And back and forward. And now let's take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we'll stretch that leg, spider fingers, and coming down. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. And inhale, coming up. Exhaling it down. And now last one, and let's just release our hands and coming down with our head here. Holding. Sometimes this stretch can be very intense for some, so just make sure you're really breathing through this. Keep holding here for 10 breaths, 10 deep inhales and exhales, keeping the hips square. Awesome, guys. Let's just come up and we'll release out of this position. So just make your way back to your downward facing dog and let's just walk it out. Walk out any soreness, release some tension that we've just created. And now let's just bring both heels down, pushing through the shoulders, pushing down. And now we'll lift the other leg now. One-legged dog, inhaling and exhaling here. And now we'll take those nice little hip circles. So taking a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring it down and around. So let's go. Inhale and down. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale around. Good. Really feel your hip being lubricated here and warmed up. Now bending that knee, bringing it forward and into our low lunge on the other side. Just checking if our hips are square, and we're just going to sway back and forth to warm up that hip flexor. Just get everything nice and relaxed. And now let's just hold in this low lunge, making sure that our knee isn't bending past our toes. So either having your hands down on the mat or bringing them onto your knee. And just holding here. Nice straight back, shoulders are down. Nice posture. And just pushing that hip flexor down nice and gently. Try not to push yourself past your limits. You don't want to injure yourself. Being flexible and stretching takes time and patience, so it's better to take it nice and gently rather than forcefully getting yourself there. Good. Keep holding, keep breathing, increasing with each exhale. And now let's just come down, stretching our leg, flexing the foot, and now coming back to the low lunge and just swaying back and forth. So forward and back, flexing that foot, forward and back. Good. Last one. And now let's just bring our hands into spider fingers and just inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale it down. Good. Inhale up and down, creating a nice wave-like motion with your upper body. Good. Last one. And now we're just gonna come down and hold, releasing the hands, nice straight back, and just holding here. If you need yoga blocks for this, if you can't reach your hands to the mat just yet, then just grab some yoga blocks or some books, whatever, and just hold here once again, breathing into this position, really concentrating on the breath and concentrating on fully relaxing into this position, allowing your body to not hold tension here. Good. Last breath here, and then we're slowly going to come up and just slowly make our way back into a downward facing dog, walking it out first, walking out that soreness. Good. Now let's bring both heels down now. Pushing one last time between the shoulders, and now bending the knees and coming to a nice, comfy child's pose. Hips are down, head is down, and you can keep your arms stretched above your head, or you can bring them to the sides of your body, whatever feels comfy here for you. And let's just hold, concentrating on our breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales here. All right, last breath here. And now let's slowly roll up onto our knees. Good job, guys. You're finished for today. Now you're ready to go practice on those splits, or you can do my beginner splits video. I will link it up above. That would make me so happy. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.